Hello, Awesomeness Creators. It's Nina Kovner with Passion Squared with this week's episode of Q and Awesome. This week, I'm answering a question that I get every day, and that is, how do I build a following on my social platforms? And I'll turn that into, how do I build a following in general, or how do I build a clientele, right? A following is very much like building a clientele, but we'll stick to how do we build a following. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to change the question. Our brain is triggered by questions, and it's the questions that we ask ourselves that either direct us in the right direction or take us onto maybe not the best path. So if you ask me, how can I get more followers on my social pages, or people to subscribe to my blog, or people to sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to say to you, how can you create value for your followers? How can you tell a story that matters to them? What do they value? And how can you solve their problems? Do you even know what problems they have? You see, what business is about, what life is about, is solving problems, is creating value, is telling stories in a way that the follower connects with. It's relevant to their lives. It's meaningful. So that's the first question to ask. And it is not easy to get objective, to step back and do the hard work. But that's how it works. It's the hard work. It works. It just takes time. So I'm going to ask you to flip the script on that. Then, once you're clear on, this is the problem my community has, these are the solutions I can offer, this is how I'm going to add value, this is how I'm going to share that story, then we have to learn how to spend the time, we have to make a decision to spend the time actually engaging. Engaging. See, the word social is social. It's two people interacting. Social. The foundation of effective social platforms is relationship building. It's listening. It's providing client care. So if we think we don't have time to find out what the problems of our community are, to come up with how we're going to create value, to learn how we're going to tell that story, to deliver value, to be relevant and meaningful to them. If we don't have time to do that, then what I'm hearing is we don't have time to listen to our clients. We don't have time to build a clientele. In a service business, that's a problem. In any business, that's a problem. If we believe that outsourcing relationship building and listening is okay, I would say it's maybe time to rethink the reason you're in business. I'm going to say it's most definitely time to rethink your to-do list and your priorities. But it takes time and it takes consistency. So how do you get more followers? I'm going to say that's not the question we want to ask. The question we want to ask is, how can I deliver value to my community? How can I be meaningful and relevant? What problems do they need solved? What solutions do I have? How am I going to carve out space to spend the time to listen and have conversations and build relationships? That's what I want you to focus on. Thank you so much for the question. You guys know I love it. You can tweet me at PassionSquared2, #Q&Awesome. Ask me anything. You can email me at awesome@passionsquared.net. Ask me questions, and I may just answer it on a future episode of Q and Awesome. If you haven't already and you are interested in getting more from Passion Squared, you can subscribe to my weekly love note called The Weekly Dose of Awesome, and you can subscribe at passionsquared.net. So you guys, thank you. I love you. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. Bye.